On today's ChurchTechCast.com Q&A show, a bad live stream mix, scaled picks, and Pro6 messages on Android. Hi, and welcome again to the ChurchTechCast.com Q&A show. This is the show where every week I answer your church tech questions. My name is Paul Allen Clifford. Our first question comes to us from John Shows over on my YouTube channel, and he says, we have a split snake and use a ProPresenter 24.4.2 AI to mix my online stream. My online sounds okay, but we just aren't getting the best sound possible. I think some of it has to do with the guys, with the sound guys not being well trained, my fault, but also I believe we're missing something. If you get a chance to check out what we're doing, here's our website, and I checked it out. So here's my answer. Basically, I told him that the vocal mix sounded a little dry to me. It sounded that like it was a separate mix, which is good. Most churches do not do a separate mix, and it's clear from listening to their audio that it's not a separate mix. It does sound like it is a separate mix, and as he said, it does sound okay, but there's no presence to the vocal, so it sounds like it's going straight into the microphone and not getting any real processing. Maybe there's some EQ, but I really think a little bit of reverb might help it out, just to make it a little less dry as it goes into the microphone. So maybe that, maybe a little bit of sound from an audience mic, that might help. So things like that to look for if you're doing a live stream mix. Next, Jehovah on YouTube, who I really wish didn't have the name of the Lord and the German pronunciation of a transliteration of Father, the Trinity's name. Sorry, just an aside. Too much seminary. Anyway, how do you get your pictures to fit to scale rather than fit to fill? I'm assuming he means a ProPresenter, because we've talked about ProPresenter before. Well, under Preferences and then Advanced, there's a setting, but that affects both the stills and the video, and I've run into this as a problem myself. So if you don't want that, you can, on each individual still or each individual video, you can right-click, select Media Properties, and affect it there. So that's what I would do. Choose the main overarching one for the way that you want it most of the time. And then for all other things, just change it in the individual one and you should be good to go. Finally, LG Hershey on YouTube says, Mr. Clifford. Oh, I thought I was talking about my father, who died several years ago, so I was very excited. I thought, oh. Sorry, just being a little goofy. Mr. Clifford, perhaps you can solve a problem I've been having. ProPresenter 6 states that messages can be accessed on an iPhone, iPad, or Android device. I've not been able to get an Android device to find the ProPresenter network. Is there a fix or trick to make this work? Hirsch. So, if you haven't seen, there is a video where I show how I would do it, and basically I get rid of all the stuff at the beginning and then I send it out just as the IP address of the computer that has ProPresenter on it with the port number on the end. And that worked for me on my home network. Now, just to make sure, I grabbed my 9-year-old daughter, my 14-year-old daughter broke hers, but I grabbed my 9-year-old daughter's Android tablet I myself have an iPad, but she has an Android tablet, so I was able to check it on hers, and it's an RCA Android tablet with 4.4.4, aka KitKat on it. I did the same trick. IP address, colon, then the port number / HTML / messages, and it popped right up. So that wasn't a problem at all. Worked as expected, popped up on my computer, everything worked fine. Now what I suspect is going on, because this is happening at my church, one of the IT people set up the wireless network separate than the wired network. And so as a result, they can't see each other. I don't know how to do that. I'm not an IT guy. I mean, I play with it. I'm the IT guy of my family, but I'm not a professional IT guy, so I don't know how to do that. So therefore, it works like a charm here. But if you had someone professional do that, that might be considered a best practice that you need to talk to them about and figure out a way around it. So hope that helps you. And I hope that that answered one of your church tech questions, and if not, just leave it below the video. If not, you can always head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com and just pick out one of the shows there and leave it there. While you're there, sign up for my email newsletter over at trinitydigitalmedia.com/newsletter, and you can get all sorts of free free church tech training resources along with the free newsletter, where I tell you more church tech tips and tricks and let you know about some of the great sales and products available for you if you do church tech. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford with trinitydigitalmedia.com. Go out and change eternity.